These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. He finds an opening past the 40. And down right around the 37. A big pickup of 38. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
First down, and it's Hill again. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Jackson being chased out left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's make these babies cry.
On third down, it's Hill. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. You're out. He's coming.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball at the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. They'll run with Fournette. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 39.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Keep this down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Let's go!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Dumps it off to Fournette. Call it a pickup of 7, and all of a sudden here it's third down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3. Haskins on third down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Here we go with Johnson. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 20. 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 36. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
On play action, Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
They run it again with Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
On On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go now. Come on, 6 yards. If you don't get this, boy, you think you won't get this? You think you're ready?
Again, they run with Hill. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. We got 4. We got 4.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So that'll back him up 5.
Last stop. Last stop.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Running from the gun, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jordan Willis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 58 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They go play action now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Hill. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You wanna Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on.